The camera pans across a silent classroom. A stack of test papers trembles in the teacher's hands. Her voice cuts the air. You couldn't have written this yourself. All eyes swing toward the girl in the second row. She doesn't flinch. The clock ticks. The air feels heavier with every second. The teacher slams a paper on her desk. You cheated. The girl finally stands, calm, almost smiling. Prove it, she says. Every whisper in the room dies instantly. Cue title card flash. Teacher accused black girl of cheating. Her genius response left the whole school speechless. It was Monday morning at Crestwood High, a place that prided itself on excellence, but whispered too quickly about failure. Maya Thompson, 16, had just scored the highest grade ever recorded in Mrs. Calloway's advanced calculus exam. The class gasped when the results were read aloud. Mrs. Calloway's smile faltered. Maya, we need to talk after class. Inside the office, tension hung thick. Your paper, the teacher began, matches the answer key too perfectly. You expect me to believe you solved every question correct alone. Maya met her eyes. Yes, ma'am. I studied. Don't lie to me, Calloway snapped, waving the test like evidence. Someone must have given you these answers. Maya felt the sting in her chest but didn't react. Then let me prove it. The teacher hesitated. Prove what? That I didn't cheat. The challenge. The next morning, rumors spread like wildfire. Maya's getting expelled. Lockers slammed. Whispers followed her down the hall. At lunch, her best friend Jordan leaned in. You really think she'll listen? Maya's eyes gleamed. She won't have a choice. That afternoon, she walked into Mrs. Calloway's class with a flash drive and a notebook filled with handwritten notes, equations, and scribbles. I'd like to solve any 3 problems from that test, she said. Right now, on camera. The students gasped. Mrs. Calloway blinked uncertain. You think this is a game? No, Maya said. It's proof. The test in front of everyone. The next day, the principal agreed to a demonstration. The auditorium filled with curious students and staff. Cameras rolled. Mrs. Calloway handed Maya 3 random problems. Without a calculator, without notes, Maya began to write. Her hand moved fast, precise, confident. Numbers turned into shapes, shapes into perfect symmetry. Within 10 minutes, she slid the paper forward. Mrs. Calloway scanned it, her face draining of color. Every answer correct, every step flawless. The principal looked between them, satisfied. But Maya wasn't done. The reveal. She reached into her backpack and pulled out the flash drive. I recorded my study sessions, she said calmly. The projector blinked to life. Hours of footage showing Maya solving each equation, explaining formulas, cross-checking answers. Gasps rippled through the room. Jordan whispered, She planned this all along. Mrs. Calloway's eyes welled with guilt. Maya interrupted gently. You didn't believe I could be this good. The room fell silent. Her tone wasn't angry. It was calm, certain, powerful. The turning point. That night, videos of Maya's live challenge spread across social media. Hashtag Maya Proved It trended by morning. Students who once whispered now clapped when she passed. Teachers stopped in the halls with soft smiles. But Maya wasn't celebrating. She was thinking, if one teacher could doubt her so easily, how many others doubted kids like her? She opened her notebook again, writing a new title across a blank page. Project Proof. And that's where her real plan began. Clapperboard opening scene. They still don't believe. The story opens with the sound of Maya's pencil tapping against her notebook. The applause from the last episode feels like a distant echo now. It's 7:12 a.m., and she's sitting by her bedroom window, the glow of her laptop screen reflecting in her eyes. On her desk are sticky notes filled with ideas. Students need a voice. Proof can't just be for me. Expose bias with brilliance. Her phone buzzes with messages. Classmates congratulating her, strangers calling her a genius, and reporters asking for interviews. But one message stands out. An anonymous email with a subject line that reads, You think you proved something? Wait till the truth comes out. Maya stares at the screen, heart thudding. She doesn't reply. She just whispers to herself. Then I'll prove even more. Clapperboard scene 1, the principal's meeting. The camera cuts to the principal's office. Principal Harris sits across from Maya, his tone polite but cautious. Maya, first of all, congratulations. You handled that situation remarkably. Maya nods but senses hesitation. But, she says quietly. He clears his throat. But the district office has requested an investigation. They believe your score might still have been influenced by, well, external assistance. Maya leans forward, disbelief flashing in her eyes. So even after I proved it live, they still think I cheated? The principal exhales. It's not me, Maya. It's the board. They just need more evidence. Maybe a written explanation. Maybe another test. Maya's voice rises slightly. Another test won't change minds that refuse to see. She stands up, her voice trembling but strong. If the system won't believe me, I'll change the system. As she leaves the room, Harris calls out softly, Maya, be careful. People don't like it when you make them look wrong. Clapperboard scene 2, the spark of an idea. Later that day, Maya meets Jordan in the library. Stacks of textbooks tower around them like walls. They still think you cheated? Jordan asks, slamming his hand on the table. After what you did? That's insane. Maya's eyes narrow with determination. They think I'm an exception. I'll show them I'm not. Jordan frowns. What do you mean? She opens a laptop and turns it toward him. On the screen is a digital prototype titled Project Proof. It's an online platform. Students can upload how they study, videos, notes, explanations. Their process becomes proof, not just the grades. Jordan blinks, impressed. That's brilliant. But how will you even build this? Maya smiles faintly. With code, logic, and a whole lot of people who are tired of not being believed. Clapperboard scene 3, the pushback. The following week, Maya requests to present her idea at the school innovation fair. But when she walks into the teacher's lounge to submit her form, the whispers begin again. That's the girl from the cheating scandal. She's smart, but maybe too smart for her own good. You saw how she talked back to Mrs. Calloway? Disrespectful. Maya keeps her head high, but her hands tremble slightly as she hands the form to the coordinator. Mrs. Peterson glances at it, her lips curling. You want to present a project about honesty after what happened? Maya's jaw tightens. Yes, ma'am. Exactly because of what happened. Peterson snorts softly, scribbles something on the paper, and walks away. Jordan watches her leave. They're scared of you, he whispers. Maya nods. Good. Fear means they're paying attention. Clapperboard scene 4, the late night work. Montage begins. Cinematic music builds as we see Maya working day and night. Code scrolling across her screen. Sticky notes filling her wall. Screenshots of her studying, editing, testing. She breaks things, rebuilds them. Fails, retries. In one emotional moment, she leans back in her chair, eyes wet from exhaustion. The computer suddenly crashes. She whispers, No, 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 please. The screen goes black. She slams her desk, shouting, Why does everything fight back when I'm finally doing something right? Jordan rushes into her open window. Maya, what happened? I lost half the code, she shouts, tears streaking down her face. I'm done. He crouches next to her, voice calm. No, you're not. You're just tired. You said it yourself. Proof takes patience. She looks up, sniffling. You actually remember my lines? Every single one. She laughs weakly, then powers the laptop again. Okay, let's prove the impossible. Clapperboard scene 5, the presentation day. The school innovation fair is buzzing with noise, students, teachers, cameras. Maya stands behind her booth, laptop open, a banner reading, Project Proof, where students' effort becomes evidence. Mrs. Calloway walks by, her face unreadable. The principal stops too. You sure you're ready for this? Maya smiles slightly. I was born ready. The judges approach. Maya begins her pitch. Calm, confident, eloquent. For too long, students have been measured by scores, not the journey. Project Proof lets teachers see how learning happens, not just how it ends. She clicks play. Videos of real students appear, explaining their thought process step by step. Charts display data proving improved engagement. Fewer accusations, better trust. One judge leans forward, impressed. Another nods slowly. Then one man in a suit interrupts. This is clever. But tell me, Maya, who really helped you build it? The question hangs like thunder. The crowd murmurs. Maya's tone sharpens. I did. Every line of code, every chart, every test. And if you want proof. She pulls up the coding log showing timestamps, usernames, commit histories. All hers. Gasps echo. The man leans back, silent. Jordan whispers from behind the booth. You just roasted the district rep. Clapperboard scene 6, the twist. After the fair, as Maya's project gains attention, a journalist from Local View News asks for an interview. The next day, the headline reads, Teen developer challenges school system after cheating scandal. Her story spreads across social media again. But this time, the comments are divided. Some praise her brilliance. Others attack her, calling her arrogant, too proud, or lucky. Maya scrolls to hate quietly, her reflection in the screen calm but focused. Let them talk. I'll answer with results. Clapperboard scene 7, the call. That night, her phone rings. Unknown number. She hesitates, then answers. Is this Maya Thompson? A deep voice asks. Yes. Who's this? Dr. Evelyn Brooks. I work with the National Science Academy. I saw your project. Maya sits up straight. You saw Project Proof? We'd like you to present it at the State Student Tech Summit next month. It could become a national initiative. Maya freezes. Her hands tremble. I'd be honored. Dr. Brooks's tone softens. You've got something powerful, Maya. Don't let them break your confidence. You're changing how people see intelligence. Tears well in her eyes. Thank you, ma'am. I won't let you down. Clapperboard scene 8, the threat, but success brings danger. The next morning, Maya arrives at school to find her locker door scratched with a knife. 3 words etched into the metal. Fake genius girl. Her breath catches. Jordan rushes over, angry. Who did this? Maya runs her fingers over the marks, whispering, someone scare the truth. The principal promises an investigation, but the damage is done. The hallway feels colder now. Whispers follow her again. But this time, instead of breaking, she hardens. If they want a war, they'll get one built on facts. Clapperboard scene 9, the mentor. Maya begins working with Dr. Brooks over video calls. The scientist, a black woman in her 50s, radiates calm wisdom. Maya, when I was your age, teachers doubted me too, Dr. Brooks says. They told me girls like us don't belong in science. Maya listens intently. What did you do? I proved them wrong. But I also built paths so others didn't have to fight alone. That's what you're doing. They work on expanding Project Proof's data system. Maya learns coding languages she never imagined mastering. Dr. Brooks' mentors are like the role models she never had. One night, Brooks says gently, You're not just fighting for yourself anymore. You're fighting for every kid who's ever been told they don't belong. Maya nods slowly. Then I'll make sure they all have proof too. Clapperboard scene 10, the school board hearing. Cut to a large conference hall. A banner reads District Education Board Review. Maya's project has reached the top officials. Rows of serious-faced administrators, teachers, and parents sit behind long tables. Mrs. Calloway is among them, visibly nervous. Maya stands alone at the podium, her voice steady. I was accused because I didn't fit their idea of what smart looks like. Project Proof isn't about revenge. It's about fairness. A man interrupts. So you're saying teachers can't judge students anymore? Maya shakes her head. I'm saying they shouldn't judge potential before seeing effort. A pause. Then murmurs of agreement ripple across the hall. Mrs. Calloway lowers her eyes. Maya continues louder now, passion rising. This isn't just for me. It's for every student told they're too young, too poor, too different to be capable. The audience bursts into applause. Mrs. Calloway claps too, tears forming in her eyes. Clapperboard scene 11, the offer. After the hearing, Dr. Brooks calls again. The board loved it. They're offering funding to turn Project Proof into a national pilot. Maya can hardly breathe. Are you serious? Completely. They want you to lead it with me. Maya looks around her small room, her notebooks, her messy desk, her mother's framed photo. She whispers, "Mom, I did it." But then the same email notification sound pops again. She opens it. Anonymous. You still think you're safe? The system will never let you win. The camera lingers on her face, strong, calm, and unshaken. She closes a laptop. Watch me. Clapperboard final scene, no ending yet. Maya walks through the school hall one last time that day. The same hall that once echoed with whispers now falls silent as she passes. Students nod. Teachers smile. Even Mrs. Calloway approaches her quietly. Maya, she says softly, I owe you an apology. I was wrong about you. You weren't just wrong about me, Maya replies gently. You were wrong about what potential looks like. Mrs. Calloway nods, eyes glistening. I'll remember that. Maya smiles faintly and walks out toward the school gates. Sunlight floods her face. The world outside feels bigger now, like it's finally ready to listen. She whispers under her breath. Phase 2 begins. Camera pans upward. Music swells. The screen fades to black. The calm before the storm. The morning light filters through the blinds of Maya's room. Her laptop hums quietly on the desk. A printed headline lies nearby. High school students apt to reform education gains national attention. Her phone keeps buzzing, journalists, teachers, invitations to tech panels. Maya smiles slightly, sipping coffee. But her eyes stay alert, scanning emails like a chess player waiting for the opponent's next move. Her mother walks in, wrapping a scarf around her shoulders. Baby, you haven't eaten yet? I will, Mom, Maya says, distracted, just trying to stay ahead. Her mom chuckles. You've always been ahead. Just don't forget to rest sometimes. Clapperboard scene 1, the crash. Cut to school computer lab. Students crowd around Maya's workstation. Jordan leans in, his face pale. Maya, your website. It's down. Maya's eyes widen. What do you mean down? Jordan refreshes the screen. Nothing. An error flashes. 404, site not found. Maya rushes to her laptop, typing furiously. No, it was working last night. The backup servers. Her hands fly over the keyboard. Lines of code fill the screen. Then, a single red message blinks. All data wiped. The room falls silent. This can't be happening, she whispers. Jordan slams his fist on the desk. Someone hacked it, Maya. Her voice rises. Why? Why can't they just let me be? The teacher walks in, alarmed by the noise. Maya's hands shake. They deleted everything, Mrs. Green. My whole project. Green rushes over, but Maya's laptop only shows a blinking cursor. The once bright prodigy looks lost in digital ruins. Clapperboard scene 2, the confrontation. Principal Harris calls Maya into his office. Sitting there already, Mrs. Calloway, Dr. Brooks via video call, and 2 school board officials. Harris clears his throat. Maya, we received complaint. Maya's eyes flicker with disbelief. A complaint? From who? One of the officials speaks stiffly. Someone submitted evidence claiming Project Proof wasn't entirely your work, that you may have copied sections from existing code bases. Maya stands up, voice trembling but fierce. That's not true. I built it line by line. Ask Dr. Brooks. Dr. Brooks leans closer on the screen. She's telling the truth. I oversaw her development logs. But the official raises a hand. Be that as it may, until we investigate, we have to suspend her project from a national summit. Maya's face drains of color. You're suspending me? The room goes still. Mrs. Calloway looks down, ashamed. Principal Harris sighs. Maya, this isn't personal. She cuts him off, voice cracking with anger. It's always personal when it's me. Her shout echoes through the hallway. She grabs her backpack and storms out. Clapperboard scene 3. Silence isn't proof. Maya sits alone in the school courtyard as rain starts to fall. Her laptop lies open, soaked, the cursor still blinking. Jordan approaches with 2 umbrellas, sitting beside her quietly. "You okay?" "No," she whispers. "They took everything." Jordan nods slowly. "Then let's take it back." Maya looks at him, confused. "What do you mean?" He grins slightly. "You always said proof leaves a trail. So let's find a trail." Her eyes widen. "You think we can find a hacker?" "No. I know we can." A small spark returns to her face. She closes the umbrella, stands and whispers, "Then let's make noise louder than their silence." Clapperboard scene 4, the midnight chase. Montage. Maya and Jordan working deep into the night, tracing IP logs, restoring fragments of code, analyzing patterns. They find strange entries from a nearby school district server. Maya's voice drops. "Wait, that's a government network." Jordan looks at her. "You're saying someone inside the system tried to erase you?" She nods. "Exactly." The music intensifies, a slow, pulsing beat. They keep working. Then Maya spots something, a line of code tagged Calloway in her archive. She freezes. That's Mrs. Calloway's name. Jordan frowns. "No way she..." Maya interrupts. "We don't assume. We prove." Clapperboard scene 5, the revelation. Next morning, Maya walks into Mrs. Calloway's classroom, silent, determined. The teacher looks up, startled. "Maya, I didn't expect you." Maya plugs a flash drive into the classroom projector. Lines of code appear on the big screen. "You recognize this?" she asks. Calloway hesitates. "What is that?" Maya takes a deep breath. "That's your district account ID. Logged into my project server the night before it was deleted." Gasps echo from students standing outside the door. Mrs. Calloway's face pales. I didn't do this. I don't even know how to code." Maya narrows her eyes. "Then who had access to your login?" Calloway stares at the floor. After a long pause, she whispers, "The board's tech coordinator. He said he was helping verify your system. I gave him my password." Maya's jaw tightens. He wasn't verifying. He was destroying. Clapperboard scene 6, the rally. News spreads fast. Students gather in the auditorium, chanting Maya's name. "We want proof. We want truth." Maya steps onto the stage, microphone trembling in her hand. Her voice echoes. "They tried to silence me. But what they forgot is, proof doesn't die. It multiplies." Cheers erupt. They can erase files, but they can't erase effort. They can shut down a project, but not an idea. The crowd roars louder. Phones record every word. The video goes viral within hours. Hashtags explode online. Hashtag proof not prejudice. Hashtag Maya Thompson. Hashtag let her speak. Clapperboard scene 7, the call from the Capitol. 2 days later, Dr. Brooks calls again, this time from a government building. "Maya, are you sitting down?" "Why?" "Because the Education Ministry just called me. They've seen your rally. They're reinstating Project Proof, and they want you to present it in Washington." Maya gasps. "You're kidding. I never kid about revolutions," Dr. Brooks says, smiling. Maya covers her face, tears of relief streaming down. Jordan hugs her from behind, shouting, "I told you we'd get it back." Clapperboard scene 8, the return. Cut to National Student Tech Summit. Huge stage. Spotlights. Media flashing cameras. Maya walks up wearing a sleek black suit. The crowd goes silent. She begins. "They said my voice was too small. My proof too weak. My mind too young." She pauses. "But if I can be accused of cheating just for being capable, then it's not me that's broken, it's the system." Thunderous applause. Students in the audience wipe tears. Teachers stand. Even the board officials from before bow their heads. Clapperboard scene 9, the twist returns. Backstage after the event, Maya receives a text from an unknown number. "You may have won this round, but some truths are bigger than you think. She frowns, replying, "Who are you?" No response. Dr. Brooks appears beside her, smiling. "Let it go, Maya. The world's watching you now." Maya stares at the message again, whispering, or maybe it's watching something else. Clapperboard Scene 10, the vision expands. Weeks later, Project Proof officially becomes a national initiative. Students across the country use it. Grades improve. Trust rebuilds. News anchors call Maya the face of a new generation of learning. But Maya knows the real fight isn't over. She's seen the hidden patterns, how bias, doubt, and fear live deep inside systems. In a meeting with Dr. Brooks and the ministry, she says, "Project Proof is just the beginning. We need Project Equal Next to make sure opportunity isn't a privilege." Dr. Brooks smiles proudly. "That's my girl." Clapperboard Scene 11, final build. Up, not the end. That night, Maya returns home. She opens her laptop, logs into Project Proof's admin dashboard. The screen shows thousands of active students. Then she notices one user with an encrypted ID, sending data into her system. She zooms in. A single line appears on the screen. "See you at the summit." Her heartbeat quickens. She looks out the window. A car parked across the street. Headlights glowing. Jordan's voice calls from downstairs. "Maya, everything okay?" She closes a laptop slowly. "Yeah, I think the next proof is coming." Camera zooms in on her face, half lit, half shadowed. The same girl who once cried in a classroom now stands ready to face the unknown. The screen fades out with her voice. Proof never ends. It evolves. The sunlight filtered through the tall glass windows of Riverside High, painting the floor with streaks of gold. Whispers filled the hallway. Everyone had heard the news. Maya Williams, the quiet black girl who'd been accused of cheating by her math teacher, was about to face the entire school board again. But this time, she wasn't coming to defend herself. She was coming to reveal the truth. Scene 1, the calm before the storm. Maya walked through the school doors wearing a crisp white shirt, her curly hair pulled into a bun, and a calm determination in her eyes. Every step she took echoed with purpose. Behind her were her parents, her father, a mechanic still in his work uniform, and her mother, a nurse with tired eyes but a proud smile. The students watched her like she was a celebrity. Some whispered, "Is it true? She built something for NASA?" Others muttered, "She's faking it. No way a girl like her did that." At the end of the corridor, Mr. Reynolds, the math teacher who had accused her, stood stiffly. His face was pale, his hands clutching a folder full of evidence. Maya stopped right in front of him. Her voice was calm but cold. "You said I cheated because my mind was too sharp for a girl like me, right?" Reynolds avoided her gaze. I only follow procedure." Maya tilted her head. "Then let's follow procedure now, in front of everyone." Scene 2, the assembly. The auditorium was packed. Students, teachers, parents, even local reporters filled the seats. On stage sat the principal, Mr. Reynolds, and Maya, standing alone beside a large projector. The principal began. "Miss Williams, you've been accused of academic dishonesty. You may now present your defense." But Maya didn't move to the microphone. She simply connected her laptop to the projector. The screen lit up. A complex mathematical simulation appeared. Rows of formulas, code, and real-time results spinning on the screen. Then, a small video loaded. A NASA engineer appeared, smiling directly at the camera. "Hello, Riverside High. This is Dr. Carter from NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory. We'd like to confirm that Maya Williams contributed key algorithmic models for our Mars rover AI program. Her work was independently verified by our data team. She's one of the youngest contributors in our project's history." The room exploded in gasps. Teachers turned pale. Students looked at each other, speechless. And Mr. Reynolds? His folder slipped from his hands. Papers flying everywhere. Maya finally spoke, her voice trembling slightly but powerful. "You thought I cheated because you couldn't believe someone like me could be smarter than you. But the only thing I did wrong was believing that being right would be enough." Scene 3, the collapse. The principal turned red. "Mr. Reynolds, do you have anything to say?" The teacher stammered. I didn't know. You didn't want to know, Maya interrupted. You wanted to be right more than you wanted to be fair. The crowd erupted into murmurs. The principal stood slowly. Mr. Reynolds, you're hereby suspended pending investigation. Gasps filled the air. The teacher who once shouted at Maya had confessed and now sat, face buried in his hands. But Maya wasn't done. She opened another file on the screen, a digital petition signed by thousands online. This isn't just about me. This is about every student who was ever told they couldn't, because of their skin, their background, or their silence. I want Riverside High to start a program for students in STEM who don't get a voice. The audience, silent for a long moment, suddenly rose to their feet. Thunderous applause. Scene 4, the redemption. Weeks passed. Maya's face was now on the cover of magazines. The girl who changed the system. She received a scholarship from MIT and an internship at NASA. But the most emotional moment came at the school assembly, a few days before graduation. Principal, today, we inaugurate the Maya Williams STEM Initiative to support young scientists from underrepresented backgrounds. Maya, would you like to say a few words? Maya stepped forward, eyes shimmering under the lights. Her voice cracked slightly. I didn't fight because I wanted revenge. I fought because I wanted change. Because somewhere, there's another girl being told she doesn't belong, and she needs to see someone who refused to believe that. Tears streamed down faces across the hall. Even the teachers who had doubted her now clapped with trembling hands. Scene 5, the last shot. Outside the school, the sun dipped below the horizon. Maya stood on the steps, holding her award, the same award Mr. Reynolds had torn apart weeks earlier. Her father smiled. So, what's next, genius? Maya grinned. Next, I'm building something bigger than equations. I'm building a world where no one doubts a mind because of the color of their skin. She turned toward the sky, the same sky her algorithms would soon help explore. The camera slowly zoomed out, the golden light wrapping around her like a halo. A single line appeared on screen. They tried to silence her. Instead, she made the world listen. The end.